All right, just about set to start a second half of this game, if you can call it that at this point. 16-2, it's the Bergen Catholic Crusaders showing why they are the #1 team in the Star Ledger poll over the Don Bosco Ironmen, who are a pretty darn good team themselves, number 15 in the state. But boy, Bergen Catholic has just been in a completely other zone today. And talking at the half, perhaps whether this is some sort of combination of Don Bosco having an off day and Bergen Catholic being completely on top of everything, and also Bergen Catholic being pretty good. So here we go. 16-2, 24 minutes of lacrosse left. And boy, it's been an action-packed first 24 minutes. Face-off, still nobody controls. And eventually scooped up by Bergen Catholic, it's Trevor Weingarten. How about that? Weingarten wins another face-off. Struggled a little bit in the first quarter, but really turned it on in the second quarter. As we've got the backups in for Bergen Catholic. Frank Feaster, he's the one in number 5, plays it around back, and now it's controlled by Aiden Rogers, number 47. He dishes off. Being played behind the net by the Crusaders. Went down, and a nice defensive job that time by Dan Johnson to poke the ball away and taken in the other direction for Don Bosco as they'll look to clear. Kieran McCullough, you could say he had a rough first half, but when you're facing the volume of shots that he faced, the blame does not fall completely on him. Bergen Catholic scoops up the loose ball, and here they go the other way. Played around the back of the net. Rogers dishes off up top. Take it by Frank Feaster. Far sideline, now playing it all the way around back. Feaster looks for a shot, and he buries it. 17-2. A 15-goal lead for Don Bosco. And I think it should bear repeating, coming into this game, Kieran McCullough had a 63% save percentage and was allowing 6.57 goals per game. He was also facing 17.5 shots per game. He's given up 17 goals here with 10 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. 9:56 to go. The clock is running because we are in the running clock period. Of course, one of those rules that we have here at the high school level. Help move this game along with such a large deficit. Face-off, won by Spallanzani. Haven't said that in quite some time. He was very good on the face-offs in the first quarter. Tailed off significantly in the second, and that's when Bergen Catholic started pulling away. Bad pass up that time, and it's going to be saved inbounds and picked back up by Don Bosco. Pandice, well, it was a bad pass across the field, but once again picked up by Thomas Joyce. So not exactly crisp passing here by Don Bosco, but so far no harm, no foul. As Connor Carroll played around back for Don Bosco. He now works it into the corner. And he'll play it out. Fires a pass back for Jack Gall. He's got a goal on the day. The last goal, that was scored by Don Bosco. Rubino with it. Nice defensive play that time by Bergen Catholic to knock it out of the stick of Rubino. And now getting tangled up a little bit is Rubino with Alec Tallarico. He goes down, and I believe they're going to be sending off Tallarico, and so man down for Bergen Catholic. Don Bosco, 1 of 3 with the man advantage so far today. Looking to try and capitalize here again with just about 8 minutes now remaining here in this third quarter. 17-2, Bergen Catholic leads. Pass goes high. Controlled, though, by Don Bosco back at midfield and carried in. Working it up. Bounce shot. Could not stay. And so, will be picked up. 7.5 to go. Penalty time almost up, and it is now up. Back to even strength we go. As some nice cheering coming from the Bergen Catholic fans section here at Charles Granatel Stadium on the campus of Don Bosco. Ground ball picked up by Bergen Catholic and now taken the other way. Long outlet pass, but no one was around. Jeremy Magno picks it up. Shot goes wide. And it'll be retained by the Crusaders. Big collision in front. And now Don Bosco will have the ball, and Johnson tried to pass it back for Kieran McCullough. The ball went wide. And now it's going to be scooped up here by, well, still nobody. And now taken by Don Bosco. Boy, that was big. Christopher Howard was able to get in and get the ground ball there. McCullough just flings one wildly down the field, and it's going to be taken by the Crusaders. Diving back check attempt that time. Was unable to get anything done to Kurt Haluba, the big 6'5", 250-pound defender for Bergen Catholic. Put that into perspective. 6'5", 250 pounds is how big Mark McGuire was. He is a big dude. So I mentioned earlier, we'll be playing football at Princeton next year. He actually turned down offers from Stanford, Arizona, Florida State, and Penn State to play at Princeton next year and to get the education at, well, perhaps the finest institution in the United States. 5:32 left here in the third. 17-2, Bergen Catholic leads. Shot by Spallanzani, and he buries one. And finally off the schneid is Don Bosco as they get one on the board for the first time since the first quarter. 17-3 now the score. Has some sarcastic "Let's go Bosco" chants coming from the Bergen Catholic students that have made the trek up here. Comes the face-off, won by Don Bosco. Going the other way now. Shot opportunity goes wide. And will go out of bounds. Bergen Catholic was closer, and so now they'll take it. The number 1 Crusaders trying to clear. Robbie Williams, the defender controlling, here in the attacking zone. Comes in, ball knocked out, but the ground ball is going to be scooped up by Dwayne Matashik, wearing number 99. Just about as high as you can go. Darting in towards the net. Dan Cloven already with a goal here today. He controls it for the Crusaders. Good defense being played by Chris Rilkoff. Walking back out and resetting is Bergen Catholic. Brendan Ham, no relation to John, Gives to Matashik on the far side. He'll play it back around the back of the net. Trying to dart in. Good defense once again, this time being played by Thomas Joyce. Feaster. Fires a pass over towards the middle of the field. Ground ball here's going to be scooped back up by Bergen Catholic. Nice opportunity that time. But Brennan Ham was able to pounce on the loose ball before Dan Johnson could get to it. This time, ball's loose. Thomas Joyce nearly had it. And now it's eventually picked up by Dan Johnson, the long pole defenseman. And Don Bosco will have it. 2:35 left, 17-3. As Don Bosco finally broke the streak of 13 unanswered goals for Bergen Catholic. Working it into the box is John O'Donnell. He's triple teamed before he'll work it out. Around the back of the net. Bosco swings the ball. Controlled here by Riley O'Sullivan in the corner. Makes a nice dodge to the inside. O'Sullivan had 3 goals and 2 assists Sunday against Ridgewood. But a pass that time goes wild. Still ground ball opportunity, but we're going to get a whistle. Hearing a push coming. And so it will be Bergen Catholic ball. It'll be taken by Brendan Ham. He'll take it up the sideline, and looks like he stepped on the line, and so it's going to be Don Bosco ball. Just a lack of awareness shown that time by Ham. So Spallanzani will take a few steps back until he finally gets in position. The whistle will be blown, and away we go. Spallanzani plays it back. For the new goalie in the game for Don Bosco, it's Stephen Rand. So no more McCullough. Spallanzani controls it and walks it in for the Iron Men. Fired a pass, hit off the stick of Massey, and ball still loose, and it'll bound out of bounds. Bergen Catholic ball. 50 seconds left. 17-3 is the score. Trying to clear Bergen Catholic. Bad pass that time. Goes out of bounds. Picked up by a cameraman along the sidelines. And played in deep. Brooks Rubino trying to work it in. He's got one of the 3 goals for Don Bosco today. Massey behind the net. Gives to Jack Gall. He's also got a goal. To O'Sullivan. Back to Gall. Gall had 3 goals in the loss against Ridgewood on Sunday. Ground ball going to be scooped up, but not before the end of this third quarter. And so, not quite as much scoring there in the third as we saw in the first and second. Just 1 goal for Bergen Catholic and 1 goal for Don Bosco. 17-3, the score heading into the fourth quarter. The final 12 minutes of this matchup between number 1 and number 15, arch rivals, and you know, thought this was going to be a little bit of a closer contest heading into it, but certainly hasn't panned out that way. And I'd like to invite you to follow us on Twitter at NJ.org/varsity, like us on Facebook, NJ.org/varsity, and of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel, NJ Newsfeed, for this and all of the other great action that we've got coming up over the next few days and weeks here on NJ Newsfeed. I'm Joe Vasile. Mark Sarah is on the camera. Jay Treble is here somewhere doing some other things for us. And as we head to the final 12 minutes, certainly not the most exciting game we've ever seen, we've ever broadcasted, but certainly one filled with offense, at least on the one side, as both teams now into their second string goaltenders. Stephen Rand in there for the Ironmen of Don Bosco. They continue to put their starters out there, obviously, just to try and score as much, maybe, on the off chance, get back into this game. Bergen Catholic has more or less let off the accelerator here in this second half, getting in a lot of their third and fourth string guys, as really one of the things that we haven't talked much about is just the depth of this Bergen Catholic team. If perhaps you've been able to see throughout the game, the team standing on the far sidelines, you'll notice that Bergen Catholic has about twice as many people standing on their sideline as Don Bosco does. And it certainly seems like Joe Hammerly is determined to get just about everybody in this game that he can. God bless. 17-3. So teams get set to take the field. They'll switch sides here heading into the fourth quarter. Game just about an hour and 15 minutes old. 12 minutes to go. Remember, the clock will continuously run except in the event of a timeout or an injury. Teams have taken the field, taking the face-off for Don Bosco. It's going to be Jack Mazurek. He wears number 29 for the Ironmen. Taking the face-off for Bergen Catholic. I believe is going to be Bobby Ryan. No, excuse me, that'll be Brennan Mackey. I saw the two, didn't see what the first number was. Carried by Harry Caulfield. In for Bergen Catholic. 11:45 left to go in this game. 17-3. Shot by Caulfield, saved by Rand. But taken by Bergen Catholic. It's Aiden Rogers controlling in the corner. He will play it out. And the Crusaders will just take it back and reset. Caulfield walking in. Got it by Pandice. Pass is tipped, goes out of bounds, and so as soon as Pandice goes back and scoops up a ball, Don Bosco will try and clear. 10:53 remains. 17-3 the score. Dan Johnson with it for the Ironmen. Long crossfield pass. It's a little bit high. Loose ball. Scooped up by Bergen Catholic. Nope, still loose. It was in and out of the stick. And now taken by the Ironmen. Spallanzani with it. Just on the outside of the box. He now darts it in. And he'll play it back around the net. At this point, Don Bosco just trying to take it slow. Let something develop. Mash darts in towards the goal. Throws it around back. It's now Carroll giving to Spallanzani. Spallanzani working, trying for his second of the day, and he's going to get it. Andrew Spallanzani with his 11th goal of the year, his fourth multiple goal game of the season as well. As, hey, that's 2 goals in a row for Don Bosco. It's 17-4 with 9.5 to go. So off the face-off here, and we'll see what exactly is about to occur. It's going to be Trevor Weingarten taking the face-off here for Bergen Catholic against Mazurek. And Weingarten is going to win that one. He works it in. It's forced all the way to the corner by Johnson, who knocks it out of his stick. Ball still loose, fighting hard for it, but it's going to be picked up by Weingarten. Boy, Johnson really put 110% effort there into trying to get that ball back for the Ironmen. But as soon as he went down, didn't stand a chance. Good save that time by Rand, and he'll clear it out. Going the other way with it now, Don Bosco. Ryan Devaney takes it on the attack. Devaney plays it back. Around the back of the cage, Brooks Rubino. Gives to Dominic Branda, wearing number 5. Walking in, Spallanzani with a pass in front. Had it knocked out of Rubino's stick, but scooped back up by Spallanzani. 8:05 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Walking in, Spallanzani trying to get any kind of shot opportunity. He's not going to get one, and so he'll eventually just settle to pass it around for Dominic Branda. Now back to Spallanzani. Up top for Riley O'Sullivan. Sullivan gives to Massey. That one's just going to bound right out of bounds. Off the shot. Now Bosco will continue to control. Rubino. Darting towards the net. Nice defense, though, being played by Bobby Ryan. And it's just going to be played back for Don Bosco. O'Sullivan walking in. Nice dodge move to the inside. O'Sullivan trying to get anything. Ball pops out. And scrum for the ground ball is going to be eventually picked up by the Ironman. It was Dominic Branda coming up with that one. Now Rubino. Bosco hasn't gotten anything other than a weak shot attempt off on this possession. 6:48 remain in the game. Some of the Bergen Catholic faithful begin to file out. There, Crusaders lead 17-4. Oh, this game hasn't even been that close. Spallanzani darting around back. Now cutting back towards the goal. Low high shot. And a nice stop that time by the new goalie in the game, Lance Gibson. Taking the other way for Bergen Catholic. Crusaders into the attacking zone. Got an odd man opportunity here, 6-on-5. Now things have evened out. Substitutions coming on both sides. 5:57 remain in this game. 17-4, Bergen Catholic leads. Ground ball swooped up by Bergen Catholic. They'll retain Michael McGee. Wearing number 33. Takes it around back. Good hard checking by Don Bosco. That was John Mullick. Eventually popped out of bounds, and now it's going to stay Bergen Catholic ball. Loose ball, still a fight for it. Still on the ground. Picked up by Trevor Weingarten. Said leading Bergen Catholic in picking up ground balls. He picked up 46 on the season coming into today's game. Taking the other way, Don Bosco, 4-on-3. Dishes it off. Shot. And a save that time. Dominic Branda couldn't bury that one. Past Lance Gibson. Bosco, opportunity, shot. That time was Brooks Rubino, and he couldn't get it to go, but a penalty coming. So Rubino was hit pretty hard as he was going in for that shot. Anyway, now the goalie in for Bergen Catholic is Zach Rich. Cycling goalies left and right. So Pedrick was the starting goalie. Lance Gibson has gotten some time in net. And now Zach Rich seen time as well. Only Matt Descola hasn't been in net for Bergen Catholic so far today. But 4 goalies on the roster. Brooks Urbino around back. Fires, shot. Dominic Branda went high and out of bounds. Bergen Catholic will retain. 3:37 left to go in the game. They trail by 13. After this game, the Crusaders will be heading out next week out to Denver, where they're going to play Colorado powerhouses Arapahoe and Cherry Creek. Very excited about that. So excited to go volunteer at a soup kitchen during that and visiting Rocky Mountain National Park. Although Joe Hammerly thinks that the players are a little bit more excited about visiting the first ever Chipotle restaurant than about anything else. And I can't say I blame him. Shot and a goal by Dominic Branda makes it a 17-5 game. Here with just about 2 minutes and 42 seconds remaining. I'd like to remind you, I guess, one last time, you can follow us on our Facebook account, nj.org/varsity. You can also follow us on Twitter at NJ.org/varsity. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, NJ Newsfeed. And if you'd like sponsorship opportunities, anything like that, contact Jay Trouble by the contact information below in the description of this video. Bergen Catholic controls. It's Harry Caulfield. Just running around in circles at this point. Minute 50 to go, 17-5. Number 1 Crusaders over the number 15 Ironmen. Caulfield finally dishes off, but the bounce passes away and goes out of bounds. It'll be Don Bosco ball with a minute 30 to go. Taking it for Bosco is Steele Dowling. Sounds like he belongs more in a 1940s movie than a lacrosse game. These are the things you talk about when the score is 17-5 in favor of Bergen Catholic with a minute 10 to go here in the game. Pass went out of bounds. It'll be Bergen Catholic ball. Under a minute remaining. Mercifully, perhaps. And a whistle and a stoppage. Clock will continue to run. And we'll resume play here with 38 seconds to go. Taken by Don Bosco. Ryan Devaney charges to the middle of the field. Gets into the attacking zone. Fires one down for Dominic Branda. He scored a goal here. The only goal that's been, well, one of 2 goals rather, that have been scored for Don Bosco here in this 4th quarter. Devaney walking in, fires a shot, and he buries that one home. 17-6 with 10 seconds remaining and 11 goal deficit. And that's going to be the final here in this one as the remaining seconds tick off the clock. A huge win for Bergen Catholic. They head to 7-0 on the season. The Don Bosco Ironmen with the loss fall to 4-4. And this is a Don Bosco team that last year had only 3 losses on the entire season. Of course, they did lose their top 4 scorers. They lost their top 2 goalies. And, well, they've been struggling a little bit to replace that production here in the early going. Like we said, 4-4 now on the season. Bergen Catholic moves to 6-0 with the win. The final here at Charles I. Granatel Stadium in Ramsey. Bergen Catholic 17, Don Bosco 6. And when I say it wasn't that close, it was not that close. Thank you so much for watching. As we remind you several times throughout the broadcast, Like us on Facebook, NJ.org Varsity. Follow us on Twitter at NJ.org Varsity. And, of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel, NJ Newsfeed. For sponsorship opportunities, please contact Jay Treble at the contact information in the description of this video. We've got plenty of great packages starting as low as $90. Very, very, very affordable. Tune in to all of our great action that we have over the next couple of months here on this channel. I am Joe Vasile. Mark and Sarah has been on camera all day, and boy, there's not really much of a point in recapping this one other than saying the final 17-6 here from Ramsey. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time on NJ.org.